lifting my eye and turning off and on and on and off the light. It's for this experimental film which nobody knows about, and which I'm still figuring out what's going to go in my experimental film. Yeah, you're all gonna be in this.
What really attracted me to this script in particular was the character of Ollie. He's, you know, kind of this mopey, down, you know, sort of down in the dumps dude, sort of trying to deal with being lonely primarily. And that's something that I've kind of personally had to deal with, you know, over the past few years. So being able to sort of tell that story was important to me, but also a lot of fun. The best part of this production is seeing people step up in a big bad way, like in their jobs. Like Katie and Angie, who, you know, are the assistant director and the assistant producer, stepped up and made this production basically what it was. You know, they got everything organized. They got me on task. I've worked on movies that are a lot easier logistically, just because you know, it was over a shorter period of time where all the people were free. This one was, it was kind of a bear, because it was like we only had the bar for this amount of time, and then we were losing actors at like 9, and we were losing production crew at like 8 so they could go to class. You know, if this was like the one thing that we had to do, it would have been so much easier, but, you know, such is life.
Yeah, you're all gonna be in this experimental film, and even though I can't explain it, I already know how great it is. I already know the ending is.
I was the co-producer for the film. So essentially that means that I brought coffee and food and yelled at people, and it was fun. The most fun part about working at Darts and Dana's for me was everybody being ridiculously slap happy because we were filming at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's the biggest thing I learned on the shoot. Yeah, needed to learn how to relax a little more, because you got to account for things happening that you don't expect are going to happen, and then you got to work around them.
I already know the ending, it's the part that makes your face implode. I don't know what makes your face implode, but that's the way the movie ends. And in my experimental film, which nobody knows about, but which I'm still figuring out, your face implodes at my experimental film.
The most rewarding with Darts at Dana's is that it's a more professional project than anything I've ever done. I've worked a little bit professionally editing, but this is kind of supposed to simulate how a real movie process is supposed to go. Some of the challenges in editing Darts at Dana's is, number one of the main things is that we recorded all the audio through the audio recorder, and so a big part of that is you almost have to edit the movie twice, because you get all the video components done, but then you have to go back and put all the audio in it to kind of add it all up. So I would say that's kind of the major challenge to the whole thing. That and you know, everybody has their own opinion when they come into the editing booth, and they all have different visions for how Darts at Dana should look, and really all that matters is what the director thinks, as far as I'm concerned anyway.
You're all gonna be in this experimental film, and even though I can't explain it, I already know how great it is. Even though I can't explain it, I already know how great it is.
I would say that about 85% of Darts and Dana's is based on reality. Real life events, myself included, a buddy of mine, and a lady friend of mine. And the other 15% is embellishment and kind of just drama for the screen. Of the parts I got to see of the production, I really liked watching the bar scenes. I thought that all the work that goes into that is just incredible. And I thought the actors did a great job. I thought the director did a great job. Connor's really talented, and you know, he's just got a way of making people do what he wants, and they react really well to that. I want the audience to take away from my film just the fact that not everything's certain, that there's a little bit of serendipity in your everyday life. You know, questions like, is love real? Where do you find it? If you find it, is it real? And, you know, just friendship issues too. Does love ever come in between two friends? Should it?